I'm heading up High Doat to hopefully get some grand vistas of autumnal Borrowdale. Why not come with me and see what we can capture? Well, good afternoon, and you find me out in the Lake District again, not too far from home, still wanting to make the most of these autumnal colours. So what I thought I'd do today is, partly inspired by some images I have seen, is to come up at a slightly higher level to get some sort of grand vistas, for want of a way of putting it. Oh, the sun's, I think I'll just turn around and, whoa. Yeah, to get some grand vistas looking down in to the valleys, hopefully lit up with the sun, and to show the different colours and that. We've had a few autumnal visits recently. We've had the one on Grange Crags, where we're more in a sort of forest or woodland type of images, and I was out yesterday around Rydal and Rydalbeck to try and get some more intimate images of the autumn colours, and now I've come down Borrowdale. We're parked at Seatoller and we're going to go up Great Doat, which is one I've mentioned I need to get up and explore a bit, so now is the chance. But I'm hoping from a height we can look down, possibly on the Borrowdale Valley. Yeah, really only the Borrowdale Valley, which will hopefully at times be lit up by the sun with dappled light and the autumnal colours, and get some nice images. So that's the idea. So we'll head on up to the top of, not Great Doat, High Doat, and see what we can find. So we'll catch up with you a bit later. Right, well, we've come up with our first sort of composition and we're on our way up High Doat, and you can see that the camera's there. A bit of difficulty seeing the screen because the sun's in my eyes quite a bit, but there you can see, looking down onto Borrowdale, we've got the I think that is Glaramara up there, and we've got Rosthwaite Fell here, and obviously the bottom of Borrowdale, and down there is Seatoller where we're parked, and then off that way goes the road to Seathwaite. And yeah, it's quite nice. It's all different shades of green and sort of going to sort of orangey, rusty coloured. So hopefully in post we can bring that out a bit. It's it's a glorious afternoon. It's a while since I've been out when there's actually been some sun out. Obviously yesterday we didn't get rained on, but it was very, if you've seen the video about the intimate autumnal images, you know, I've seen it was quite dreary, overcast, and I mean, for this video camera that I was using yesterday, I only got up to the 8 stop filter, whereas now I'm on to the ND32, because what I aim to do with the video camera is always have it, certainly unless it's getting very dark, etc., to have it on a 50th of a second, which gives supposedly a cinematic look, and I put on ND filters as appropriate, and I have it on auto ISO but don't want the ISO to go too high. If it's starting to get high, I will go down a stop or remove the filters altogether, and if it gets that dark, I just put it on auto. So yeah, but it's quite nice seeing that whichever image is the best, because I have taken quite a few as the lights moved around, so it's just a case of choosing which I think is the best. Whichever's best we'll put up on the video, and we'll head up towards the top of High Doat, and we'll see you a bit later. Right, well, we've come up with our next composition. Sorry the video of me isn't very good. I've got the sun directly behind me, but we're recording through the stills camera as well, which you should be able to see. And what we've got in the centre of the image there, we've got Castle Crag, and then across here we've got, and I think that's King's How. I'll double check, and if it isn't, I'll put the name up on the video. And then we've got coming up here, I think that will be going towards Dale Head or High Spy, whatever it is. I'll put that up on the video. So there you can see we've got brilliant colours, and yeah, it's a grand vista of that. I will be cropping it down to at least 16 by 9 and possibly 20 by 8, just because it's a thin band. So that's the image, and yeah, the light's more or less solid. If the light changes, I'll take some more images. But what I'm going to do once I'm happy with that is leave the camera where it is, put the longer lens on, and then just zoom in just to get Castle Crag, and possibly do that as a square crop. So yeah, I mean, the weather's brilliant, the colours are nice, and as I said in the introduction, I wanted to get out and get some grand vistas from a higher level of an autumnal Borrowdale. So we're certainly getting that. So we'll have two here, the slightly more grand vista across there, and then a more zoomed in one of Castle Crag. So yeah, we'll leave it there, and we'll put which of the best of the two images are, and we'll catch up with you a bit later. Right, well we've dropped down a bit now, and on the way I did take a handheld image of Castle Crag and King's How. Just, I thought it was an unusual angle that I didn't realise there was sort of two peaks, as it were, on Castle Crag. But we've come down to, and I've forgotten the name, I think it's Scaleclose Gill. If it's any different, I'll put it up on the video, unless I can just quickly open my phone. Yes, Scaleclose Gill. And it does say there's a Scaleclose Force. But if we look here, we've got some small cascades, etc. But I have a feeling it's up that way somewhere. I could hear it as I was coming down. I came down on a path that is up there. And it's a very narrow, steep valley that I don't think you can get into. It's one of those ones that may be a brilliant waterfall, but you can't get anywhere to see it, apart from hearing it. I've come across those sometimes. So, yeah, so unfortunately we can't get there. So, we came down the path there, don't know where you can really see it. So we're going to go back up there. Maybe on a level to the wood, into Johnny Wood, and maybe try and get back up towards the top of High Doat to see if we can get some images of Borrowdale Valley from up there, maybe Stonethwaite as well. So yeah, we'll carry on and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, as we were coming down towards the wood to go into Johnny Wood and maybe go back up to the top, we're now looking across, and I'll zoom in, to Rosthwaite. That's Rosthwaite there, and I just thought it was quite nice, the way it was lit up and the colour on the hills behind. Just taking some more, capturing some more images there. And well, probably like the first one, it'll certainly be cropped to 16 by 9 and possibly again to 20 by 8. It's just that, yeah, it's a long, narrow perspective. You've got Rosthwaite and you've got the hills coming across. But obviously, if we go too high, we've got the sky, and then coming down, we've got the darkness of the woods that aren't particularly in the sunlight. So yeah, I think it'll make a good image, but it'll be a long, thin one rather than anything else. So yeah, it's proving to be a good afternoon. It's just a shame about the waterfall, but yeah, we'll see. We'll go into the woods, see if we can get back up a bit high. It'd be nice to see if we get a view looking down Stonethwaite. Stonethwaite is the valley going off to your right as Borrowdale goes up, Stonethwaite goes off. So anyway, we'll put the best image up and we'll see you a little bit later. Right, well, you'll have seen from the B-roll I've been walking through Johnny Wood. We came up, but as you get higher you're still in the trees, so there was no vantage point to actually capture across the valley as I would have liked. And now we've come out towards the other side when we have possibly got a view. It's the light's gone, so we're just going to go back to the van. So let's just shut this gate. Oh, if we can do it. Oh, some of these gates are very awkward to. There we go. Yeah. So, but I think we've got 4 or 5 decent images. I think. Yeah, it's been a good afternoon, and it's been useful. I just have this feeling that since I had COVID, I've been struggling physically, and one of the points was when I tried to go up to Stickle Tarn. I gave up before we got to the actual top, although there wouldn't have been a view at the top because it was so misty, etc. But yeah, I've come out today. I can tell I can tell I've done a walk, but it's let's just see if I can. I don't feel shattered. I mean, when I went up to Stickle Tarn, by the time I got up, I was absolutely shattered. Whereas today, yeah, I'm a little bit tired. And just looking at the GPS there with, where are we? Odometer, just over 2.5 miles. So we haven't done much. We have gone up and down quite a bit. I don't know whether we can find, where's the, oops, pressing the wrong button there. Where's the elevation one? Total feet of ascent about 800 feet. So yeah, it's been a good afternoon. It's if I'd got out a bit earlier, it might have helped, but as is my wont, I caught the end of something on the television that I thought, oh, I like the end of this, so what's the ending? So there is still, just looking across, if I turn round, we'll maybe be able to, you see there is a little bit of light there, but we are struggling now. That I can't remember what. Let's just go back to the GPS. We're sunset is 17:55, and time of day. Oh, we're still about an hour away from sunset. But the problem when you in the mountains, sometimes it can go behind the mountains. So yeah, obviously the top of that one is being lit up. I think that's Bessie Boot stroke Rosthwaite Fell. So that is lit up. But if I look in the direction of the sun, it's quite bright, but the sun has gone behind the mountains now. So yeah, it's yeah, as I say, it's been a good day. And I was just thinking, having taken these Grand Vistas, in this sort of light, if I could get up Cat Bells in this sort of light, I could probably get quite a good image. I mean, I haven't really got a decent image from the top of Cat Bells. Autumnal colours would be good, so I'll maybe see if there's a chance in the next week or so of getting up there. I could put it up as a video, a fairly short video, if I'm just going to the top and getting one. So that's a thought for the future. I haven't worked out anything, I haven't got any other plans coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, I mean, if you've enjoyed the video, if you haven't already done so, please click the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. It does great things for the channel. And what I really do appreciate is all those comments people make, whether they be positive, negative, just a thank you, just bringing back memories or whatever. They really do help me sort of understand how the channel's doing and what people appreciate and don't appreciate. So yeah, I don't think there's much else really. We're almost back at the car park, which was absolutely rammed. I was lucky when I got here. I was just about to leave thinking I wouldn't be able to fit in when somebody said, oh, we're just about to go. So I got a space that way. So yeah, so it's coming up to, what did I say, coming up to 5 o'clock, just gone 5 now, and we'll head home. So we'll see you on the next video.